What's up, guys? This is 8-1 in Advanced Geometry, reading a little floor plans today. Before we get started, let's talk some basics. Many of you know this already before, but right here, what I have in front of you is 1 foot, 1 foot. This is a square 1 foot by 1 foot. We call this 1 square foot because that's its area. Length times width, 1 times 1. And that's pretty obvious, but the big question today is how many square inches are in a square foot? So if you change this to 12 inches, which that's how long it is, and this is 12 inches, you will come to see that there is 144 square inches in every square foot, 12 by 12. So 144 square inches in every square foot. Another measurement we'll need to know is like how many square feet are in a square yard. Well, remember, a square yard is 1 yard by 1 yard. And if you change that to 3 feet by 3 feet, isn't there 9 square feet inside of a square yard? So today, doing a little bit of floor plan reading. And honestly, it's really not that complicated once we can actually read the picture. Reading the picture is kind of difficult for a lot of reasons. Sometimes that the numbers are hard to read. The other thing is just to realize what the heck's going on. So check it out. We own a flooring business, and a customer has asked us to estimate to refloor their master bedroom, their master bathroom, and their walk-in closet. The customer wants to put carpet in the bedroom and fake wood floor in the form of what's called luxury vinyl tile. We'll call that LVT, like luxury vinyl tile in the master bath and in the walk-in closet. Find the square footage of each room. Well, before we get started here, why don't we actually talk about what's going on in this floor plan. The blue part, all of this stuff in blue, is our walls and how thick they are. And in real life, it does matter how thick the walls are, but for this geometry class, we're going to ignore the thickness of the wall. Okay, so we're not going to worry about that. Then they've also got some weirdo, like sometimes markings here, these dashed lines. Those are information about your ceiling. So it's kind of like what's called a tray ceiling. And the truth is, don't worry about the ceiling because, dude, we're talking about the floor. So we've got our master bedroom here, and this is going to get carpeted, and the whole room's going to get carpeted. We've got our walk-in closet here, down here, and again, there's another one of them weird tray ceiling things. We don't care about that, but this is the actual closet, and the whole thing's going to get that LVT. But check out our bathroom. The bathroom right here is rectangular in shape, but there's some parts that aren't actually going to get the flooring put down on. One, we don't need any flooring underneath our sink here. You know, we actually have a double sink, and here's a linen closet. They're not going to put any flooring underneath that either. Here's our toilet. You can see that. That's pretty obvious. We will have flooring underneath that. But then we've got this shower. Like, it's kind of weird to recognize we've got the shower. Sometimes it's a bathtub. It's whatever, shower or bathtub. We're definitely not going to put our flooring underneath that either. So we got to realize we don't need this entire room to be floored because there's going to be some areas that doesn't have it. What I'd like us to do to show a little bit of work is let's do this. Let's figure out our bedroom, our bathroom, our closet, and since we're going to take away the shower, I'm going to have some separate work for the shower. And let's just kind of get started with this. So let's focus on the bedroom. And the easiest thing that we're going to do, you need to know that there's tons of ways to do this, is we're going to change all of these dimensions into inches that are going to help us out in this scenario. So first, here's our bedroom. Let me get a cool highlighter, this color. Here's our bedroom. How long is this bedroom right here? Well, that's our 16 feet. So what we're going to do is we're going to change that into inches. So we got 16 feet, and there's 12 inches in every foot, so totally getting ourselves the big old juicy 192 inches. I'm going to put that on my floor plan. You don't have to, but I definitely know my bedroom is 192 inches. So please put that here underneath our work shown and put a label on it. That's one of the dimensions of the bedroom. Here's the other dimension right here, going this far. It's 12 foot 9 inches. It is kind of tough to read sometimes. So to change that into inches, all we have to do is change these 12 feet into inches. So 12 feet times 12 inches in that scenario. There's 144 inches right here, but we got to add on those additional 9 inches that we had there. So that's 153 inches. If you want to put that on the floor plan, you can. And over here, we definitely need it right here, 153 inches with a label. And now we can find the area of the bedroom in square inches. So we'll take 192 times 153, because dude, it's just a rectangle. Area is length times width. 29,376, I think. So, dude, nobody measures like stuff in square inches, so we need to change that into square feet. And here's where most people make their mistake. They think they can divide this by 12. We're not in inches, bro. We're in square inches. I need to know how many square inches are in a square foot, and that is 144. So that means that we need to take that number and divide it by 144 to figure out what our square footage is. And I got a nice, neat number of 204 square feet. So let's circle or box that. Please don't circle that, dude. So the bedroom, Boutros, 204 square feet. Let's skip over the bathroom. We'll come back to that, and let's do the closet here. So the closet, checking out our dimensions, we got this by this. So it is tough to read, especially on this video, but you got a worksheet right in front of you. This right here says 6'6", so I need to change that into inches. So 6 feet is actually 72 inches. Plus there was another 6 because it was 6'6", so add 6 to that, and don't you get 78 inches there? So 78 inches. 78. I don't care if you put stuff in the picture or not. You need to put it over here. So 78 inches by this whole length. We just got to look down here and see how long this whole thing is together. It says 6'3" for this distance and 5'6" for that distance. So here's how I add those together. First I add just my feet together. There's 6 feet, there's 5 feet. So far I have 11 feet. Then I add my inches together, and if I happen to get more than 12 inches, I'm going to have to carry over to the feet category. So I have 3 inches plus 6 inches. That's only 9 inches. So this is 11 foot 9 inches. And someone pointed out in class that they actually told us that up here. See this 11 foot 9 inches? You could have added those together, or you see it right there. It's in the picture a few times. You know, it just depends on how you're reading things. But if this is 11 foot 9 inches, I want to change it all into inches. So 11 feet, bada boom, 132 plus the 9 gives us 141 inches. 141 inches. I'm going to write that in my picture because that might come back and help us later. 141 inches. So area of the closet, 141 times 78. Bing! 10,998. And label that in square inches. We don't want square inches. We want it in square feet. So divide by the magic 144. Bing! 76.375 square feet. And now for common sense. This is exact. But in the real world, having the exact amount of flooring is probably not enough because they make cuts and some pieces are wasted and etc. So we need to round this up. We want to have a little more, so we're going to go ahead and call it 77 square feet. So we will always round that up because it's okay to have just a little bit more. So that's the closet, and now for the bathroom. So there's lots of ways to figure out how big this bathroom is, but here's what I noticed. I really am going to do this. I don't care about underneath this sink at all because we're not going to floor that. I'm going to take this whole orange rectangle right here, and then later I'm going to come back and subtract away this rectangle of the shower. So that's why I have it written like this. I've got the bathroom up here. This is the size of the bathroom. Then we'll find the size of the shower, and we'll subtract those from each other. So let's go back and just do the orange rectangle right here. Let's find those dimensions. This guy, 7'6". Is that what that says? Yeah, it's hard to read, man. 7'6". So 7 feet. Hit the wrong button. Sorry. 7 feet is really 84 inches plus another 6 inches. That there is 90 inches. So 90 inches. 90 inches for my bathroom by this width. Can be a little tough for some people to find. So if you look here, let's get a highlighter. I like highlighters. This distance is 7'7", but that is not that entire length. It only goes down to like the middle of this door. Ooh, that was neat. That didn't work, so not cool there. And looking around for any of these lengths doesn't really show me. So I've got some questions for you. Do we know how long this is right here? This distance. Yep, we found that earlier to be that 11'9". And they totally show us how wide this is. Isn't this 1'10". Let's change that into just plain old inches. 1 foot is 12 inches plus another 10. Isn't that 22 inches? Sorry, you can't barely read that, but that's 22 inches wide for our vanity there. And this whole distance, I have that figured out down here, is 141. So to find just this orange part, 141, take away the 22. Doot, doot. That is 119 inches. I'm going to put that in my picture. 119. Oh, man. Sorry, we got a new program here, and it doesn't like to play nice. So 119. I don't know why it does that, but it does. Sorry, 119 inches. So back to the bathroom. Let's find the area of that, and then we'll take away the shower. Boom. 10,710 inches squared. Come on, pen, work for me. Divided by 144. Bing, 74.375. I'm going to keep that until later because I still got to take away the shower. So the shower is pretty simple, dude. It's 3'11" right here, so that is 3 feet is 36 plus another one of those is 47 inches by this distance. And if we just kind of look down here, they tell us that is 5'6", and that is 66 inches when you change him into inches. So I could find his area, 47 times 66, bada boom, 3102 square inches, and divide him by 144. And that's about, we'll round it to 21.5 because we're going to round him up anyway. So this is really about 22 square feet, and this was 75 square feet. And all we have to do is subtract them from each other. Take 75 square feet, take away 22 square feet, and baby, that is 53 square feet for our entire bathroom. So boom, boom, boom. These are the 3 magic measurements that are going to make the rest of this worksheet come off. It does happen to where you can't read these very well and you might misread, so we could be a little off. It's going to be okay if we're just a little off, but got those. Now, for the toughest part, 2 types of carpet for the customer to choose from. One called melted chocolate. It's a high traffic carpet, and it costs this much per square yard. Oh. And chili vanilla, a less durable but cheaper carpet, costs $11.05 per square yard. This is where they can dupe you, because all our measurements up here are in square feet. And they're selling this by the square yard. So we have to convert our square feet into square yards. And remember, there are 9 square feet in every square yard. So the only thing we're carpeting is the bedroom. We're going to take that 204 square feet, and to change him into square yards, we'll divide him by 9. And that is about 22.6 repeating. I'm going to call that 23 square yards. So I'm going to jot that down. And we are trying to show the customer what's up about for these prices. So first, I'm going to give them the melted chocolate. You can abbreviate if you want to. The price for the melted chocolate, if it's $15.35 per square yard, and we have 23 square yards, just multiply those together and get $353.05. And since this is money, we will round to 2 decimal places, so that came out real nice. And then the chili vanilla, it's cheaper because it's less durable. We'll take 23 times 1105. And boom, $254.15, $254.15. So there you go. There's our options for the customer. They have to choose. They're probably on a budget, so they're like, oh, this is all right, $100 difference basically. So there's the two options. Cool. Let's see what we got here. Then, some people are pretty familiar with how carpet works and some aren't, but if you didn't know, anywhere you put carpet down, you have to put padding underneath of it. It's like a nice little soft foam. So what we do here at our company, because we own this flooring business, is we sell them some 7/16 inch thick padding for $89.95 per roll. We sell it in giant rolls. Check it out. Every roll covers 100 square feet. So we have to figure out how many rolls of padding our customer needs. Every roll is in 100 square feet. So we're back to square feet. And dude, we're only carpeting the bedroom, so we only need padding there. We have 204 square feet. And oh man, it's like 2 rolls is almost enough, but not quite. And so since we don't take away part of the roll and cut some of it off, they actually need 3 rolls. Right, 3 rolls, and how much? $89.95 per roll. So we can punch that in. $89.95. Boom. $269.85. And check that out. This is what I call marketing. They definitely don't tell you about this. Just think if you chose the chili vanilla carpet. The padding that you need to put underneath of it actually costs more than the carpet itself. But they get you in the door by showing you how cheap their carpet is. It's like, hey, come get our carpet. People are like, oh, I like carpet. And then they get in there and it's like, oh, by the way, you also have to buy this padding, which is going to cost you this much. And people are like, hey, you didn't tell me about that. That's called marketing, baby. Get them in the door and then show them all the extras. So, boom. All right. That was the bedroom only. Let's check out like the bathroom and the closet. They're going to do their cherry luxury vinyl tile. So it's going to be $249 a square foot. Okay. Square feet. Nice. That's all our measurements are in, is in square feet, so I like it. Find the cost of the master bath and the walk-in closet separately to create an itemized estimate for the customer. So let's do this. Here's your bathroom, and here's your closet. And the bathroom, 53 square feet. Come on, pen, work for me. 53 times $249 per square foot. Nookie dookie. 53 times $249. Boom. $131.97. Like closet, 77 times $249. Same price, just 77 times $249. $191.73. So easy enough right there. And all of that so far has just been the materials. We sold them the carpet, the padding, and the luxury vinyl tile. Now it's time to charge them for our labor. So we got 2 different charges, bro. First, $525 per square yard. So that's obviously about carpet. And then $205 per square foot for our LVT. Find the labor cost for the customer. Since there's 2 different ones, I'm going to label them like this. Here's your carpet labor, bing, and here's your LVT labor, bing. So let's do it. $525 per square yard. Be careful, not 204, 23. Please be showing this work also. It's real simple stuff. Times 23, bing, 120.75. And for the LVT, $2.05 for every square foot of that. Now here's where you can add these together if you want. It's like you can do it separately, but if you just put those together, you got 53 plus 77. That is like 130 total square feet. So might as well just do it all in one shot to see what our labor cost is going to be. I need a calculator though. 205 times 130 and 266.50. So sweet. All right, so we got all this stuff down. Now it's time. This is what I call your scratch work. It's like all of this stuff was just work that you figured out on the side, and to show this to the customer, you're going to give them a work order with like an estimate on it. So that's what number 6 says. It says the customer, they had to choose their carpet. Well, they chose melted chocolate. Nice. Create a work order for the customer and include 8.75% sales tax. So we got to just put all these things on here. And it doesn't matter what order, so I'm just going to go down the list. The first thing that we did was carpet for the bedroom. So I'm going to list that in there. And it's kind of weird at first, but you'll get used to it. It's like, what is the quantity of carpet that we sold them? Well, we sold them carpet by the square yard. Like, that's what our prices were about. It doesn't matter which one they did, you know. So we sold them carpet by the square yard. Would you agree that we had 23 square yards? So we sold them 23 square yards of carpet. And how much did the unit price cost, like each square yard of carpet? Well, since they chose melted chocolate, that was $15.35. So every square yard that we sold them cost them this much, and they bought 23 of them. So our total, bro, we already got that figured out. We don't have to punch it in again. It was the melted chocolate. Isn't that $353.05? Sorry that the pen freaked out there. That's for the carpet. So if you were checking things off, boom, put it on my work order. They didn't get chili vanilli, but then the next thing I come to is padding, right? They needed to buy some padding. So sweet, I'll put padding on the work order. And didn't we sell that not by the square foot and not by the square yard, but by the roll? So they needed 3 rolls of padding, and it cost $89.95 per roll. And we already have our price figured out. It was $269.85. So groovy, groovy, groovy. So boom, got that checked off, got that checked off. Then next thing we got is LVT, right? And they wanted it separate, so we're going to keep it separate. So first let's do LVT for the bathroom. So the LVT for the bathroom, how many did we sell them? Well, 53 square feet. And the price for that, well, it was right here, bing, $249, and that total right there, $131.97. Then we sold them LVT for the closet, so Boutros, LVT for the closet, 77 square feet at $2.49 per square foot for a total of this. And then finally, it's nice to add all this up and show them what's called a subtotal. So add those up and use common sense. You know, sometimes you punch those numbers in and you get a really big number because you hit a typo. It's like maybe you hit multiply instead of add. So if you get a strange looking number, you probably typed it in wrong. So just common sense. It shouldn't be that much. 300, 200, 100, 100 shouldn't be that much. All right. Now the labor. We've already got that figured out, so we're going to throw that on here. And it's kind of weird because we had 2 different kinds of labor. We had our carpet labor and our LVT labor. I'm only going to just put that on there once. So I'm going to just add those together. See what our labor cost was, and I got that as $387.25. So there's all our labor. We don't need to put anything in the unit price due to the fact that we had 2 different kinds of labor. Some of it was $525, some of it was $205. Sales tax, whammo, they say that's 8.75, but you gotta have the percent sign, bro. And what I need to do is pay tax on all of it. It is true out there in the real world, there are some companies that only make you pay tax on your subtotal, and they don't do it for labor. That's legal reasons that they have with their kind of tax preparations, but what we're going to do is we're going to pay tax on everything. Some companies do that and some don't. So $346.60 plus $387.25. We've got this much total that we need to pay 8.75% tax on. So I'm going to take that times 0.0875 because you have to change that to a decimal by moving it 2 places to the left. And we'll always round that up tax never round down, so 72 cents, not 71 cents. So $116.72. And then to find the grand total, we just add all these bad boys up. So you can punch that in and get $14.50.57 for that. So not too shabby right there. That's how much it would cost the customer to redo their bedroom, bathroom, and their master closet. Cool. So let's do one more of those. And what you got to do is, I forgot a measurement on here, so if you just add 16 feet to the top, and let's check it out. It says, later that year, the same customer is going to have you come back to their house and put LVT in the hallway of their home. All right? So they want more of it. So, nice. Since you were highly satisfied with your work, they would like to hire you for the project. Our prices are the same as they were. Create a work order for the hallway project. Cool. Hardest part is finding out where the heck the hallway is here on this blueprint. So if we kind of look around, yep, there's the hallway. And if we kind of start tracing, we've got this weirdo shape here. And it actually goes all the way up here and comes back around, and you get this cool shape. It is possible that there's some hallway over here, but since they cut that part of the drawing off, we're going to assume that they don't want us to do that. So this shape is weird. We don't have a formula for the area of that straight up. But what we can do is break it up into shapes we know how to find the area of. So why don't we find the area of this skinny rectangle first? So that's what I'm going to call him, a skinny rectangle. And let's check his dimensions out. Wide, 3 foot 4 inches, so that's 36 inches, plus another 4, isn't that 40 inches? Let's find this length. I'm going to add my feet up first. There's 6 feet and 7 feet. That's 13 feet right there. And then the inches, 6 inches and another 6 inches. Dude, that's 12 inches, which carries over into the foot category. So we really have 14 feet. And I need to change that into inches. So 14 feet times 12. Boom! 168 inches. Well, let's find the area of that part. 168 times 40. 6,720 square inches, changed into square feet by dividing by 144. Bing! 46.7 square feet. Cool. I'll leave it like that because we're not done. You know, it's like this is all part of the hallway, so we'll keep it, we'll add it all together, and then we'll round it when we're all done. So there's the skinny rectangle. Now what we got left is this weirdo shape, which is a pentagon, and dude, we don't have formula for area of the pentagon, so we're still going to break it up. If we just split the difference right there and call this a rectangle and a triangle, I think we can get her done. So let's find the area of this rectangle, which finding its dimensions are the hardest part. So let's check it out. This guy, not that hard to find. He's way over here, and that says 5'6", correct? Sometimes it is hard to read. Like if you thought that was 5'8", that's how we can get off on some answers and stuff like that. So no big deal. It's 5'6" though, so that's 66 inches. 66 inches. So let's call this the fat rectangle. Fat rect. 66 inches by the hard part, finding this distance. Well, I look around and I don't see this whole distance up here or even down here. So what I need to do is see if I know some other things. Maybe we know how far this is. And I think we do. It's 16 feet. And if we know how far this is, we can figure this little spot out. So this is 16 feet, which in inches is 192 inches. And this little orange part right here, dude, they got that for us. It's 9'3" right there. So changing that into inches, 9 feet. Cool. And it was also another 3, so that's 111 inches. So, subtracting those gives me a grand total of, there it did it again. I don't know why it does that, sorry, but 81 inches. 81 inches is how long that is right there. So, beautiful. We'll find the area of that. 66 times 81. Bing! 5346 inches squared. And divide by 144. 37.125 square feet. And all that's left is this triangular shape. So let's do one of these and call it the triangle. And I want the formula for that. So area is 1/2 base times height. And what we will assume is that this triangle is a right triangle. We really don't know that, if this is a right angle or not, but our estimate's going to be close enough. It looks close enough to a right triangle, so we'll be cool. Let's change these into inches. This says 3 foot 6 inches. So that's 36 plus another 6, isn't that 42 inches? So that's the base. And then the other dude's the height. It really doesn't matter which one's which. 48 inches plus, does that say 3? I believe so. Yep. So 51 inches. And we punch all that junk in. We get the area. 1/2 times 40 times 51 is 1071 inches squared. And if you divide it by 144, that there is 7.4375 square feet. So I'm going to add all of these up. Boom, plus boom, plus boom. Add them all up, and what I got is the total. It's about 91.3 square feet. 91.3 square feet. And this is where we're definitely going to round up to 92 square feet. And the truth is, we might even round that up a little more in the real world, call it 95 square feet or 100 square feet. But, you know, a lot of people get so worried about not having enough. If you didn't order enough, you could always order more. You might have to just wait a little bit for it to come in, but sometimes it's not bad ordering too little because you can order more. If you order too much, then you're stuck with it, man, and you paid for it. So it's really a fine line of how much to round in that scenario. So sweet, total of 92 square feet. Time to fill out the work order, nice and easy. Because, dude, we only sold them one thing. We sold them LVT. And how much did we sell them? 92 square feet. Unit price, remember they said it was the same prices as before, so I just stole this from the front side of the worksheet. $249 per square foot. So you can take 92 times 249 and multiply that out and get 229.08. And that's awesome because there's only one thing on there, so that's our subtotal. Lost a zero there. And the labor, well, our labor is the same. It's per square foot. So since there's only one labor this time, please go ahead and put our cost in there. We're charging them $2.05 every time. So for every square foot, and we had 92 of them, boom, I got $188.60. And then to find our sales tax, we got to add those together. So 229.08 plus that answer gives me this much, and I need to take 8.75% of that. So boom, so 8.75% gave me a total of $36.55, and add it all up, $454.23 is the total of that guy. Pretty cool, man. Hey, before I turn you loose, there's a couple of typos you need to fix on your homework. So grab that homework sheet that your teacher gave you. And here, we're on the front side of this guy. Hey, it's going to be hard to find the area of some of these because this sink right here, I left off the fact of how long it is. So if you just add 5 feet in that zone right there, that's how long that sink is. And then there's one more typo on the back side. If we go to the back side, I left off how wide that hallway is right here. So 3 foot 4 inches. Add that on the back side. There's many ways to find the area of the shapes that you really want. Just because we do it different doesn't necessarily mean we're wrong. Check our final totals and see if they're close. They could be off a little bit. It depends on how you round. And it also depends on if you can read the dang numbers, because sometimes the 6s and the 8s look a lot alike. So Hey man, not a bad day. Let us know if you have any questions. Have a good one.